welcome back to World Crisis Radio, our second hour here, recording on August the 6th. Now, I was in the supermarket checkout line this week, and what did I see but the Globe, that indispensable publication that tells you what the Wall Street media cartel won't. That is the the Washington Post, the New York Times, CBS, and the rest of them. And what do we see? The main story: Obama born in Africa, why his presidency is illegal, shocking proof. The bombshell birth certificate. And we have a spread on pages 16 and 17 showing that the certification of live birth posted by the Obama campaign is a clever forgery, and they show what purports to be a document, Republic of Kenya, Coast Province of Kenya, at the Coast General Hospital, Mombasa, the birth of Barack Hussein Obama II. So we don't know. I don't know the reliability of this, but let's get an opinion from Phil Berg, who started this entire issue going about 2 years ago here at the Supreme Court. Welcome, Phil.
My pleasure. How are you?
Not too bad.
I'm not sure. We're checking the verification of that, but the good part about that is that it's back in the news. The Globe keeps printing. That's 2 weeks in a row for the Globe front page, and I know the leadership in Kenya has stated that he was born there. They're so proud of it. There's no question he was born there. With Obama dropping in the polls, we're about to announce our march will definitely be in October. We're confirming it right now as I'm talking to you, the exact date. We're trying to get it closer to the election because we want this to be the largest march in Washington, D.C. history. It's going to be on the birth certificate, on the eligibility being the adoption issue in Indonesia, if people are still bothered by the birth certificate, and on Obamacare, the health care bill, which I think one state just voted, they didn't want to use it. I think, was it Missouri?
Missouri. Proposition C in Missouri. They don't want to be forced to buy insurance from a private for-profit rip-off operation, which is what Obama wants you to do.
And other states have that on their ballots, and also there's some 20 states have challenged it in court, the constitutionality of that, excuse me, which, as far as I'm concerned, is blatantly unconstitutional. This past week I put out in a press release, I don't know if you saw it, I said that Obama should do as he said regarding Congressman Rangel, and end your career with dignity. And people are condemning me for saying with dignity. I just think he should step back. But Obama's comments dealt with the 13 violations, ethics violations by Congressman Rangel, and he said at this point he should end his career. Well, I think it was perfect. I haven't gotten a response. I don't expect one from the White House. But Obama stated he's someone who's at the end of his career. I'm sure that what he wants is to be able to end his career with dignity, and my hope is that it happens. And
Phil, it's interesting because what's happening to Rangel and also to Maxine Waters is that they are being railroaded by Rahm Emanuel, by Obama, and by that Democratic leadership with Pelosi, and it's a general attack on all the black committee chairs and on the black caucus in general. They've got to keep them basically under constant attack to keep them loyal to Obama. That's what that is. And if you saw this week, you have the NAACP and a bunch of other distinguished civil rights organizations complaining about Obama's union-busting policies vis-a-vis the teachers' unions, which they said this privatization and charter schools doesn't work. So he's getting attacked from the left. And I would also urge you to think, in terms of who might come to this march, think about the anti-war people. Don't just look at the right wingers because they're important, but they're not the whole story. If Obama's going to actually be defeated politically, if he goes after Iran, if he launches this attack on Iran, then that march could become the only available vehicle, and a good one, to come out and protest Obama on the anti-war ticket.
Oh, an excellent point. And we're trying to attract everyone across the board because no matter what the issue is, it all goes back to the fact that he's a usurper. He's an imposter. He doesn't belong in office, and therefore everything he's done is void or voidable. And that is so crucial to everyone out there. And we plan to have people at the Glenn Beck rally with giving out flyers about our flyer about our event, because the overriding issue here is Obama is a phony. It's the biggest hoax against the United States of America in over 230 years. And this is important because no matter what your issue is with Obama, it all goes back to the fact that if he doesn't belong there, which he doesn't, and more people are coming out with facts about that, then everything he's done is voidable. And yes, we'll be in a constitutional crisis, but I'd rather be in a constitutional crisis than be sitting with a lot of these things Obama has done to this country, which is disaster. So the biggest thing is our case is still pending in the D.C. Court of Appeals. And that is, we've asked for a court en banc to rule on the qui tem or False Claims Act case that I have pending, and that's stating that Obama is not only natural born, not naturalized, he's an illegal alien, and therefore he could not serve as a United States Senator from Illinois. The salary and benefits he received, about $1 million, should be returned to the Treasury. And I think that's why he went so fast against the Arizona law, because if he had stepped into Arizona and they questioned him, he could have been arrested. Because I really believe he's an illegal alien. And that is so important for us to determine. I hope the court has some guts. I hope there's some people on the D.C. Court of Appeals that have some guts enough to hear this case. And I'd love it to be heard and the media give it some attention because it deserves attention. But everything can be found on my website, which is obamacrimes.com. It's so essential. We're starting to pump out, as I did this statement regarding Obama, he should do as he says regarding Congressman Rangel. I thought it was perfect because as far as I'm concerned, the charges that against Obama are much more serious than the charges against Rangel because Obama's actions rise to the level of treason. As Obama's an imposter, he's a phony, he's committed fraud, and again, it's the largest hoax in the history. Every time he signs his name as Barack Hussein Obama, as far as I'm concerned, it's a fraud because his name, his legal adopted name is Barry Soetoro. And people in college, when he went to Occidental, called him Barry. So, we're on the right track here, and there's more and more people, but just the acknowledgments coming forth from Kenya, from the leadership over there. They're proud. His birthplace is marked over there. They took a national holiday after the November 2008 elections. The ambassador to Kenya acknowledged it to the reporters, the radio announcers up in Detroit the day after the election that they know where he is. They know he's from there, and they're honored by it. So, it's absurd that no one here in our country, and maybe some politician will do it, come out and say something one of these days as they see Obama's going down. He's at the lowest place he's ever been in the polls right now, and we're still at a very high level of unemployment. There's problems in this country, and they all relate back to that you got someone in office whose desires are to make a new world order out of us, to change the basis of this country, and it's outright a treason. It really is. So,
and who is blackmailed? In other words, this is the easiest guy to blackmail out of all the puppet presidents we've had. This is the easiest guy to blackmail and enforce obedience on him because you've got this issue among about half a dozen others hanging over his head.
And I think you're right. And I think I said that over a year ago, and I think he is being blackmailed, which is why he's doing certain things. And your thing about the anti-war, even if he doesn't bomb Iran right now, just the whole thing in Afghanistan. I mean, it's outrageous what's going on. Even with Iraq, we're supposed to stop fighting there, but we're still got 50,000 troops there. It just doesn't make sense. We should not be in Iraq. We should not be in Afghanistan. Obama promised to get us out. We're not getting out. And he's just trouble. Obama's really middle name should be Trouble Imposter. Obama, how about Obama Trouble Imposter Barack,
Or it's going to be Obamba soon. Well, we're on tenterhook. We can't wait to get that date. Please give us the date next week. We're begging you. The date.
You will. We'll have it. Working on it today.
Bye-bye.
My pleasure. Go to obamacrimes.com. Thank you.